welcome in to another episode of Profit Picks. If you are new, we do always start this show by being transparent. And yesterday, I had a terrible day. I did not win one bet. I went 0-2 and 1 in NBA, and I went 0 and 1 in NHL. So terrible day. Have to do a lot better here today. I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't get a chance to go through everybody's best bets and see which one's cash. I can go through memory and I can go through memory and try to see here, but maybe I'll give a shout out more towards the end of the show after I'm able to think about it a little bit more. I did jump from J Money show to today's show. We had a lot of losers though, I'm not gonna lie. So maybe it's best that I don't go through all of them. I didn't see if the Knights won in regulation for Mel, but I think they did. Um Avery Smith is one that stood out. Suns -1.5, Clippers -3. Those were both best bet winners from him. Jeffrey Wilson like Kobe White. That was a winner. Bitsy also shared Kobe White prop. That was a winner. This one, Ronell. He liked Joker under 39.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Ray liked the Mavs first half. Back Bros liked the Mavs plus 4.5. Those are ones that stood out right now. And shout out to you guys for getting those winners. I'm sorry I didn't get to do my due diligence. I'm not feeling well. I did a lot of sleeping, and I'm gonna do my best on this show. So bear with me. And again, I apologize for not being able, to get them all through today. Let me take a look at some comments. Bryce Miller is first today. He says, "Sorry, Nathan." Nathan says he's coming for him. I appreciate y'all tapping in, and I apologize for being late. Oh boy, now we're getting odds on me being late. Um, just like the Ravino shirts, we're getting odds on me being late, so I gotta do a little bit later. I'm only late today because I did J Money show. EJ knows. He said if you're looking for Ski, he's with J Money. Did tap back in with him for anybody who did want to watch us both together. I know people have been asking, so y'all can stop asking me if me and J Money got beef. Saw him this past weekend. I went on the show today. Everything is all good. Brennan says, "What's good with the TP?" Appreciate you tuning in. We got a lot of comments because I was late. And I'm gonna take my time to go through, as many as I can get through here. Appreciate you tapping in, Justin. Sober Sly says Kobe and Derek made me money because I sure lost my ATS picks. Well, I'm glad you still have some winners for the day. That's better than I did yesterday. Let's see. Isaac tapped into that earlier show. Appreciate that. Let's see. Saturated. I know you had I think you had the Bulls. But he said shout out to White Bros, Derek and Kobe. They've been printing money for a while now. Mario says Houston -7 a winner. Nice work there. And Saturated got hooked on that Bulls bet. Damn. Hello, Miss Tasha. They weren't even on the injury report when I was looking at it. I'm going to go ahead and refresh my stuff here. But I know after the game yesterday, said that they would be uncertain for today. Munaf, impatient. I was really late today, though. Saturated said somebody needs to wake Ski up. UCapper said he's probably smoking real quick. He just finished Jay's show. No smoking. I'm not feeling great, bro. I got orange juice in my cup. I got my waters. That's what I'm dealing with right now. Let's see if we can get through a few more. What is UCapper putting odds on here? Munoz says first words from Ski will be my bad, y'all. UCapper put -600. Y'all both lost. Mario says first words is transparency. I mean, that's close enough. If we're betting on it though, it's not close enough because first words are not transparency. But you know what we do when we start the show. Ray, that's the winner. Ray knows. Ray knows. Shout out to Ray. I feel like I start the show the same way every day. What up, Nat? My bad. You were also watching that other show? and Vegas did win in overtime. So that's the best bet winner from Mel once again, back on track. Appreciate that. Let's see. Akbar, what's going on? The chillest, he had one here too. Hope y'all cashed on Denver minus 7.5. That was his best bet for yesterday. Appreciate you sharing that. UCAP says time to bring out the Fiji. Y'all might not see it today. Y'all might not see it. We'll see. All right, let's get to business. We got, I think, 7 games, somewhere around there, maybe even 8, something like that. So we'll try to go through every single one like we usually do, and we'll talk them out. We'll talk them out together. So first game up, we're gonna go 501, 502. Philly and Detroit opened up the Philly minus 11. They are now a 12-point favorite. Total open 232.5. Looking at 233s for the injury report after refresh. Nobody there for the Sixers. Pistons will be without Duran, Morris, and Bagley. What have the Pistons lost now? 20 in a row? I mean, they are downright pathetic. I mean, I don't really feel like any team in the NBA is like that much worse than the others to lose 20 in a row. Something got to be going on over there. But looking at the Sixers, they're 4-2 as a road favorite. Versus lesser competition, they've had success. They're 5-2 against the spread. Long as they're rested, they're 14-5 against the spread. They do all the things that I like. When I want teams to cover big numbers, I want them to shoot the three well, defend the three well. Philly's top 10 in all those categories, and obviously the other categories I care about much better than Detroit. Detroit 4-8 ATS versus competition, that being greater than 55% win teams. I would only look towards Philly here. I feel like that's kind of a given. And for the total, Detroit not playing any defense, both teams playing with pace, I would look towards the over as well. So I'll put those together. I get what UCapper says right here, Sixers team total over, and I think that is a good look. Let's see what you guys are liking here. Don't feel like we have to talk too much about this game. No poll, Boofer, no poll. And I will take a sip right now. How about that? S. Warrior likes Sixers minus 11.5. EJ agrees, Philly or nothing. Ned says it's a big public play to take the Sixers. It's probably public. Everybody knows Detroit is trash. They still continue to lose. Detroit was the sharp side to fade Indiana coming off the tournament. They still lost. Some teams are just bad. The real DJ likes the over. Doesn't be smashed, says saturated. I'm not sure how much he cares about this game, but he absolutely could. Chad thinks it's a maxi game. And here goes David. Be careful with props. Sixers can be up so much and B doesn't play. Prolific. Man, I don't even know if I can handle it right now. I don't even know if I can handle it. Jeff Knight likes K points and assists. And Justin also liking that Sixers team total over 123.5. All right. Rayhan says 20 in a row, home dog plus 10 is 0-8 straight up. He has the exact query. Says to put Philly in a money line parlay piece. Let's keep moving here. I feel like there's better games than this one. 503, 504, New Orleans and Washington. This game opened up Phillies minus 8. Not a whole lot of movement. Mostly 7.5 now. Total open 242. Seen it go down half a point to 241.5. Zion is game time decision. They continue to be without Larry Nance Jr. and Matt Ryan for the Wizards. Daniel Gafford, a toss-up. I mean, he could miss this game once again, just like the last. Davis, Rollins, Shamet, DeLon Wright, everybody out for this Washington team. And, I mean, clearly the Pelicans have been better, but 0-3 as a road favorite hasn't been their role here. They have covered 10 of their last 14. But Pelicans, not really one of those teams that I expect to win by margin. They have gotten some of their shooters back, but bottom 10 3-point shooting team, even though they're top 10 defending it, I just don't know that I trust them to get this separation on the road. So because of that, I guess that means I lean towards the Wizards. But I mean, if I think the Wizards are going to be in the game, it's not going to be because they're playing defense. The absolute worst defensive rated team in the last 5 games, playing at the number one pace. So if you're up tempo and no defense, could only look towards the over, and that is hit 4 of their last 5 games. So Wizards or over, probably prefer the over a little bit more than the Wizards. Let's see what you guys like in the chat. Saturated likes Jonas Valanciunas to get a double double. Bryce says prefer to get in and out with the Pelicans here. So does the real DJ. He likes him on the first quarter. Brian says team total over for those Pels. First half says Sean. And the margins for this team, do favor that first half. They are let me see here, third best first half margin team, plus 4.9, right behind Orlando and Boston. And I will glance at the first quarter just because we have some people who like the first quarter here. And it does not want to load for me. There we go. New Orleans is number 6 in the first quarter at +2. The Wizards are bottom 3 at -3.3. So I can understand that look there. Get in and get out. You get a smaller number you have to deal with. Jeff Knight likes Tyus Jones on his assist. Fly says it feels like a BI game. UCAP are asking if we think Zion plays. I mean, what is he listed with here? He's a true game time decision. Ankle sprain. Logged a full workload in Monday's win over Minnesota. Dealing with a minor tweak. I mean, he could. I don't have anything to tell me to go one way or the other. Volbeck says Zion, no Zion this game. He doesn't think Zion's not out there. I really wouldn't want to lay with the Pelicans. So told you guys how I feel about this one. Justin thinks you look at McCollum on his points or threes. Appreciate that, Ray. I do need a liquid IV for sure. Absolutely. Appreciate that. All right, let's keep moving. Don't think this is a game we should waste too much time on either. This next game is one I really want to talk out with you guys. 505, 506, Hornets and Heat. This one opened up Heat -8. Still see -8 pretty much everywhere. Total opened up 225.5. We're looking at 222s. For the injury report, Mark Williams game time decision. They'll be without LaMelo Ball, Frank Ntilikina, and Cody Martin. Jason Richardson is game time decision here. Heat continue to be without Bam, Tyler Hero, and Highsmith. The Heat, a few games ago, Jimmy did say something like, pretty much along the lines of he's tired of losing type of deal. And they got the win in that last one versus the Hornets by 2. Now they come back home and they lay 8. I just don't view Miami as a team that's going to win by this kind of a margin. They've only covered 2 of their last 7 games, 2-5 as a home favorite on the season. And when these two teams play, Miami usually wins. I think Jay said they won 9 of their last 10, but they don't cover. Hornets have covered 5 of the last 6. I think it's just a little bit too many points for this Heat team that doesn't defend the 3 well, and Hornets can take advantage of them there. These teams did just play the other day. The query I have says teams that play within 2 days that one is a road favorite and are a home favorite during the regular season. 41.8% ATS, and if it's a division game, 38.1% ATS says to fade the Heat. I really want to try to get there with the Hornets. Not the greatest team, but I think the Hornets are the play in this game. Let's see what you guys think. EJ says Kispert props. Says the number is too big. He likes Charlotte. UCapper doesn't agree with the total moving down. Neither team really good defensively lately. Both teams top 10 shooting the 3. Both teams bottom 5 defending it. Hornets not really playing with pace. Worst, lowest pace last 5 games. That would worry me. But everything else could point me towards the direction of an over. So I can understand what you're saying there, you Capper. S. Warrior likes the Heat first quarter. First half, Caleb over PRA. And Jaren Jackson Jr., I believe, over points. That's going to be a little bit later, but appreciate you sharing that one. Brian also likes the Hornets. Bobex likes Miles Bridges points over. No Bam says he can get after the basket, can attack the basket there. I need money says back to the well with Jaime Jaquez Jr. over 13.5 points. He has been playing extremely well. Another person for Miles Bridges over 18.5 points. David says Hornets with points we never cover. Tomorrow says this line is fishy. Why would they give them 8 when they just lost by 2? Dwight thinks Heat culture take advantage in this game. I need money says over in 8 out of the last 9 games. Do you mean the meetings between these two teams? Or are you talking about one specific team? Over is 7-2 on the road for the Hornets. I know they've won over 4 of their last 5 for sure. Is that Warrior like the over in this game and Jaime Jaquez Jr.? Oh, that's what it was. It wasn't Jaren Jackson Jr. It was Jaime Jaquez Jr. That's the Triple J's. Okay, my bad. The new Triple J. Chris likes Martin over 9.5 rebounds plus assists. Main asking, why is the total the same as the last game? Let me go back and look at this last game. Just real brief. Just want to look at the box score. Because I do remember them playing. And I leaned towards the Heat and I stayed off in that game. Both teams, they shot 42, 43% from 3. So they both shot fairly well and landed 230. It says, why is this one opening up the same? I don't know why it would open 225.5 and drop down. I guess that is a good point when they just played recently. We always like to look at those kind of things. I think that's a good call out. Bob likes Hayward over points. So does Ricky Bobby. A lot of different ways to play this game. Let's keep going here. I will be on. I didn't play it yet, but I really lean towards the Hornets. I want to try to get there with them. Fingers haven't let me push confirm yet, but I'm doing my best to try to get there. And we will move on over to the next game. That will be. Well, before I do that, actually, let me test this out because it's about that time. I need a little bit here. There we go. Shout out my boy UCAP because he made this. And it's not the rich water. Told you I'm not feeling good, so y'all gotta bear with me today. Might have a couple extended water breaks. All right. Next game up, we are gonna go 507, 508. Looking at the Hawks and the Raptors. And this one opened up Raptors -2. They're a 1 or 1.5 point favorite. Total open 239.5. We're looking at 241s. Injury report here. Trae Young game time. Hunter game time. AJ, Jalen Johnson continue to be out. And I think those are the main. That's Jalen Johnson. Since he's been out, they haven't covered a game. 0-7 ATS for this Hawks team. For the Raptors, Boucher game time, Otto Porter game time, Koloko out. You're pretty much just asking the Raptors to win this game. And Hawks, the past few years haven't been good on the road. Hawks right now do not look like a good team. There's no way that I could really get there. Yes, you might trust the offense a little bit more, but defense, Raptors rebound, Raptors, they're at home. I know Raptors are 1-5 ATS, but again, this is just to win. So I'll lean towards the Raptors. Also, in an Atlanta game, you can't. I'm not really looking towards unders. They play up tempo, don't play any defense. just like a few of the other teams that we talk about, and one other team that we'll talk about in a moment. But those kind of games could only look towards the over, and I think I like the home team here. Are you guys still riding Scotty Barnes? I know we're looking at his rebounds over 7.5, and it was pretty good, and it might even be a little bit higher now. Atlanta bottom 10 rebounding team in the last 5 games. So let's see. Let's see if you guys are still on that. Maine says he likes the under. What up, Dream? Says, what's the vibes? Happy to catch a live show. Hit the like gang. Appreciate you, Dream. And make sure y'all go check out his channel. He does a lot of great work, especially if you like player props. Finds a lot of gems. So make sure you check out my boy, Dream. Appreciate y'all helping me out, man, because I am feeling pretty bad. So I'll try some of these things that you guys are sharing with me to help me out. Jeff Knight likes Dennis for assists. Bryce still liking that Scotty Boards. So does Chad. Saturated says Trae Young double tonight. Interesting. Madison also likes Trae to get 10 assists in a parlay. Sober Slide says leaning Raptors, but hard to put money on either side here. D Trip thinks the Raptors will control the pace. If they do, I mean, they have been playing at the bottom 5 pace the last 5 games. Maybe that's something to watch out for with the over. Munaf trying to debate between Siakam or Barnes in this one. And Lit Pick says DeJounte Murray. I'm not sure what you're liking here, but he likes DeJounte Murray. So we'll move on from that one. Only would play the Raptors, lean towards the over. And here we go. He likes DeJounte Murray over 1.5 steals. Says he's covered this last four out of the last 5 versus the Raptors. And Saturated says Trae has had 7 double doubles out of the last 8 road games. So appreciate you sharing that as well. And yes, Dream is on YouTube. You can scroll up in the comments and click his profile. His name is Dream right there. Hopefully that's the same page, but I know it's my boy, but hopefully that's the one he does the shows off of. But yes, it's YouTube. All right. Next game up, we have 509, 510 Grizzlies at Rockets. Game opened up. Rockets -6.5, looking at 7.5. Total open 212.5, looking at 211. Injury report: Desmond Bane game time decision. Brandon Clark, Luke Kennard, John Morant, Marcus Smart all out. Eason and Thompson game time decision for this Rockets team. Oladipo out. This Rockets team has shown that they can win as a favorite at the house, 3-1. When they play these lesser competition teams, they're stepping up. They're saying, we're not in the same category anymore. They're 7-0 versus less than 45% win teams. Only failed to cover 2 of their last 17 games. Desmond Bane being questionable, I mean, it looks like the Rockets should easily be the right side here. But it could be one of those spots where, they put him on an injury report and he still plays just like Luka last night. So I would want to know for sure that Desmond Bane is out if I'm going to be laying this kind of a number with the Rockets. And more than that, I'd probably look towards both of these teams to go under. If you are missing Desmond Bane, that's a huge chunk of points from that team. Both teams not playing with any pace the last 5 games. They're bottom 10. Both teams bottom 5 offensive rated teams in that same span and top 10 defensive rated teams. So neither team also really great 3-point shooting teams. So it's gone under. Last 7 home games for these Rockets. I know this one is low, but I think we can still skate under that 211. So let me write this on my short list. Show this here. Houston/Memphis under 211. I'll write that down there. Let's take a look at the chat. How are you guys feeling about it? Oh, his channel. Here you go. Dream says his channel. I knew it was a little different. His channel is Blunt Money Bets. If you want to follow Dream, Blunt Money Bets is his YouTube channel. The Real DJ says the total dropped from 214.5 to 211.5. He thinks it's going over. They're going to be running up and down, he says. Net. And I've learned, this is why I like watching everybody's bets in. I always say, you should cap the capper. We all come here, we cap these games every day. We, for the most part, know how each other bet. Net is a contrarian better. He's gonna do his best to try to find that game that the public is on and go and fade them. And I could absolutely see the Rockets being a public play today. I could see Devin Bain playing later in the day. And if he doesn't play, more people are going to chase the Rockets. Those injury chaser betters. And we've seen, lately in the NBA, once the star players were out, the team overlooks them, and the team with the star out covers. So maybe how Net is thinking in this one, maybe. I'm just trying to cap the capper from what I think I've noticed. You can let me know if I'm right, Net. Saturated likes Shingun to smash tonight. Munaf says Dylan Brooks Revenge Game 2.0. What is his point prop number today? I know we did cast the last one, but it was scary. And I don't know if I even wanted to do it again. But you're right. Dylan Brooks, his old team. I will put an asterisk next to that. Let me know what the number is for Dylan Brooks. Munaf says, put some respect on the Rockets. They've been playing damn good. I'll give them that. David says Rockets good at home. ATS, that's his best bet. Jeff Knight likes Jabari Smith on his rebound prop. Let's see. Saturated asking about Draymond's grappling skills. Flash, what up, Flash? He likes a money line parlay with the Pelicans, the Heat, the Bucks, the Rockets. Plus 216 is what you get back if you take that. Good luck, Flash. Hope you catch that ticket. Rayhan sharing a trend here. What does this say? Home favorites on 3 straight wins versus an opponent on 2 straight losses with a low total. Let's see what we get here. I'm thinking it's going to say that the home favorites, I'll try to type this one in really quick. Let me pull up. I think it's going to say, I wish I could copy and paste this. Home fave, previous win, previous win. I think it's going to say that the home favorite dominates them defensively. I think that's what it's going to say. Opponent previous loss and opponent previous loss. I think that's what it was. Let me just click back so I can double check. And total greater than 210. So let's add that total. I mean, not seeing anything too conclusive here. 54.1% to the over. 77% straight up winners. 48.5% against the spread. So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be looking for here, Rayhan. Oh, he's putting together money line parlays. That's what he's doing. Okay, I understand what you're doing now. Saturated like spread Van Fleet, over 31.5 points, rebounds, and assists. UCapper says Rockets conference opponents are 10-0 to their team total under when playing in Houston. That is a good call out. What is the team total for the Grizzlies tonight? It is 102, 101.5 even at some spots. So you're saying that they're not going to surpass 100 points pretty much in this game. That's tough. That is really tough. I wonder what they're averaging there, UCapper. If you know, or if you remember, let me know. Raven Ron likes that under 213. What up, Star Child? He's reminding everybody to hit the like button if you like the show. Saturated says, I wonder if contrarian plays do better in the NFL or NBA. My thought would be they do better in the NFL. I think they do good. I mean, I feel like this is how I feel, really about both sports. But to answer the question, I think they do better in the NFL. But in general, I think the first, like NFL, the first 4 weeks, the public eats. After that, it's the contrarian plays and the sharp stuff for NFL. That's the stuff that's catching. That's my opinion. I'm not saying this is guaranteed or any of that stuff. This is Ski's opinion from what I've been watching over my years of watching football. NBA and in the playoffs for NFL, it goes back to the public because the teams that are good are going to win. You don't need to be trying to overthink and try to bet on these shit teams when it's winning time, playoff time. NBA, same kind of deal. To start the season, public eats. Odds makers are unsure to what to do with the games because they don't watch enough of them. And after they get some data, 3 weeks in, it starts to get to where we are right now a little bit where more of those contrarian plays start to hit because one, it's a long season. These guys do not care about every game. And like the first couple of weeks, we didn't see too much of this injury report madness. Now every day is back to madness for NBA. So that makes it easier for these contrarian plays to hit too. So I think that, and then when you get back to the playoffs for NBA, it's just you cap what you know and what you watch, and you will be successful rather than contrarian. So that is my thought. Saturated. Let's see. Says 11.5 for Brooks. That's his point total. I feel like that's what it was last game that they played. So I don't even know if I'm gonna put on. I'll put it on my short list. I don't know if I'm gonna be playing this one, man. We barely got there at the end last time. He wasn't even trying to shoot. So that was pissing me off. And this was a while ago. So we'll see. Are you on Brooks Munoz? Let me know. And he says he went 0 for 5 from three the first game against the Grizz. Yeah, it was tough to get there. I think I had his threes and his points, and he hit one of them. That might have been what it was. Ricky Bobby likes Spain over his threes. Nah, not on StreamYard. I can't. StreamYard, I cannot copy and paste. UCapper says that team total come down from 102.5. Net, I had him figured out. He says he's fading the public on that game. I don't have any skin in the fight, so I hope that they cash for you. Oh, here's what UCapper says 95.1 ski. Last matchup in Houston, Grizz scored 91. So those 10-0 team total unders, they're averaging 95.1. That might be the way to look here. Number 2 defensive rated team for Houston last 5 games. Number 25 offensive rated team for Memphis in that same span. Memphis bottom 3 shooting the 3. Houston number 1 defending the 3 on the season. I can see it happening once again here. So maybe Rockets team total under or full game under. Only ways for me to look here. Appreciate you sharing that, UCapper. I'm gonna write it down before I forget. Opponent team total under. Home. Appreciate that. 95.1. All right. Let's keep it going here. Let's keep going. Next game up. We have 5-11, 5-12. Lakers heading into San Antonio to take on the Spurs. Opened up Lakers -2.5. That's what it says on this side screen. I looked on action, I saw -6, but I didn't really look on the websites to try to bet the game at that time. As far as the odds screen I'm looking at, it says it opened -2.5. Looking at 2.5, even some threes popping up right now. And just an hour ago, it was like 1.5. So some news came out to where it's moving the line. Total open 227.5, up as high as 231.5. And let's refresh this injury report so we can see what's going on. So Anthony Davis and LeBron James weren't actually listed as game time decision, but now they are. Let's see if either one of them are probable or not. No, true game time decisions. Vanderbilt, same deal. And Vanderbilt missed yesterday's game. For the Spurs, I don't see anybody on the injury report. Spurs have lost what, 17 games in a row? I'm gonna be for the Spurs to lose 17 games in a row and the line to be pretty much a pick 'em. I think that is, books telling you they think the Spurs are going to break their losing streak tonight. They are 2-7-1 as a home dog, but this one is kind of just asking them to win, and they haven't been favored. So I guess that is reflected. They've only won 3 games all year. This could be the one. I would think Anthony Davis and LeBron, one of them, if not both, don't play because after like yesterday's game, they said that they were uncertain for today, and these teams do play again. I think again in 2 days. Lakers maybe just don't take this one too hard. Think they can still win it without their stars, and in that next game they really blow them out. One thing about the Lakers is when they play these lesser competition teams, they have been taking advantage 5-1 versus less than 45% win teams against the spread and they've covered 4 of their last 5 games. We know how good they've looked in that in-season tournament, etc. On the second of back-to-back, they're 0-4 ATS, 3-1 to the under. So, you know what? If we like the Lakers, we like them mostly because of their defense. They need Anthony Davis though, and if he's in there, I think that they can still do their part defensively. Spurs, very surprisingly, top 10 defensive rated team the last 5 games, second worst offensive rated team. Both of these teams have been playing with pace, but both teams are bottom 10 shooting a three so far this season. Spurs under 6 of their last 9 games. Maybe the under is the look here. I mean, you could very well get a lot of points missing here. I would want Anthony Davis in to protect the rim for sure, but I'm kind of leaning more towards an under. And maybe this is one of those games where Spurs make it. I mean, Lakers have been a fade for majority of the season in the first half, unless they're playing those in-season tournament games. So maybe you go Spurs first half, and then if you like the Lakers, you try to approach it in the second half. That's how I feel about this game. Either that or the under will be ways that I look here. Let's take a look at the chat. Let's see. Let's see. UCapper says, "Shut the show down. 220 watching, only 8 likes, and I'm sick too." Oh man, yeah, I might have to shut it down for real this time, RC, for real, man. I'm out here barely could breathe. Matter of fact, I need some water. Man, struggling, but we getting through it. We got 3 games after this. What up, Link? Nice to see you back in the chat. Appreciate you tuning in. Raven Ron says Lakers pissed him off yesterday. They better cover today. David thinks the Lakers can win with their bench. Boofer likes the Lakers on the second half, no matter who's in or out. Los Perez agrees that -2 is a little bit crazy. So does UCapper. Titan CT says he's taking those Spurs in the first half at +0.5. Flash says, "Is this a trap? -2 Lakers." It absolutely does look like it. Why would a team that lost 17 in a row be pretty much in a pick'em game versus 14-10 Lakers? I think they might be trying to tell us something. Bryce Miller also likes the Spurs in the first half. Saturated says fishy lines have fishy outcomes. Los Perez doesn't think either LeBron or AD play. Brian says AD was limping last night. Chef Jeff disagrees. He thinks after the loss, he says they play. Rayhan thinks they sit. David reminding everybody to hit the like button. Flash says, "Tweak groin for AD. Don't play with the tight groin." I could absolutely see him sitting here tonight. I hear you. It's all good, Mel. You've done great work, and you'll bounce back today. UCapper says Spurs have been an over team at home. They have 9-2 to the over. They play a lot better at home. He says opponents are 10-1 to their team total over in San Antonio. That is interesting. Flash says, "Imagine if I did that." Yeah, I think he's talking about the drink water. Boofer says, "You need to refresh, you Capper, but I still appreciate you." One to turn two. He likes Wimby over 14 and a half rebounds plus assists. Don't have a reason to talk you off. Tasha says maybe first half Spurs, but definitely not full game. Josh thinks the Spurs straight dog trash. Stop. Why is the line two? If they're that terrible, why is the line two? Justin says only do shows for members since the chat don't respect Ski Ski. I think that's what he's saying. He says hit the like for Ski Ski, especially since he's sick. Appreciate you, Justin. Let's see. Let's see. Dante says they're implying no Vando, Bron, or AD. I would agree. Back contusion for Vando as well. Josh says hit the thumbs down button. Damn, Josh. Damn. Thumbs down. I'm on here sick. Shit. Tough crowd, huh? Fresh likes Christian Wood over. The pick says if the Spurs are going to keep this close, you have to go with Vassell over 17.5 points. He's covered 5 of the last 7 at home, averages 20 at the house. Part of the reason why the Spurs play better at home, right there. I can agree with that. UCapper says Spurs not going to win an under game. They've been playing defense lately, or at least the numbers say they do. Molecular Ninja. I did a show with J Money just this morning. He says, anyway, we can get a collab with J Money or Kabang. Missed the way you guys broke down the games in different ways. Spurs remind me of Bulls line last night. Maybe we'll get RC. I mean, Jay, I'll get Jay on here too. But I did do a show with Jay just now. And we'll see when RC can have some free time as well. Blanked out for a second. All right, let's keep going. I think we did enough on that Lakers and Spurs game. My odd screen is glitching here. That's what's really messing me up. Like the whole NBA section is gone. So I will not talk about the opener, but we'll move over to the next game. That's very, very weird. Um, very, very weird. Why can't I just try to refresh this? It's not even giving me an option for NBA anymore. The same screen I just had up the whole time. We'll move over to Pacers and Bucks. I don't think there was too much movement from these lines here. Opened up Pacers. I'm sorry, opened up Bucks on 6.5, and that's the last line that I saw. Total is 258.5, last that I saw. As far as the injury report, Pacers will be without Andrew Nembhard again. They'll also be without Jalen Smith. For the Bucks, Pat Connaughton, Jay Crowder, and Livingston all out. So I felt a few different ways about this game. And number one, you gotta go with Dame, man. Gotta go with Dame. We all saw Hallie in that in-season tournament, looking at his wrist. He hit that dagger, and we all heard Dame in the post-game interview say that, you never know when the tables are going to turn. So playing this short turnaround, I think those tables turn tonight. I think he's going to have some pride, and this Indiana defense is not good anyway. I mean, bottom 5 defensive rated team in the last 5 games, bottom 3 defending the 3 on the season. We know Lillard wants to jack him up from 3. So I think he can absolutely have success tonight. I think the Bucks really care about this game. I think they bring effort from start to finish. I'm worried about their defense, though. Really worried about their defense. In that in-season tournament, they had to play zone because they couldn't get any stops. And I always talk about how their perimeter defense is terrible. So that worries me. But maybe they can take some notes from the Lakers. I know they don't have the personnel, but maybe they can play some team type defense and take advantage of this Pacers team here. So lean towards the Bucks. Like Lillard over his points, could also endorse over his 3-pointers. And I'm still not betting the under in this game. I get it's extremely high, but I feel like their games have been, even in 260 plus. Pacers have only gone under what they've gone over 15 of their last 19 games. That's what I have written down here. So one-way ticket for me. 6 of the last 7 meetings up and over. I know they haven't all been this high of a total, but one-way ticket. That's all I'll say. Bucks, the over, or Lillard points or threes. I think that's the best way to play this game. Let's take a look at the chat. Yes, sir, Peter. Looking for a bounce back today. Titan CT says the Bucks are his best bet. Bryce Miller says Dame eats tonight. Chad thinks it's a trifecta for the Bucks. Flash says every under better is queuing up. This total is too high, he says. Dream, my guy right there. I love seeing when he's on the props. He thinks it's 40.9 for Dame plus 1,000. I hope he gets there. He definitely can. But I'll take my little 26 and a half. I could just, let me get to the window with my 27. I'll be all right. But can't talk you off. I think it's definitely worth a shot on a night like tonight. Dylan thinks Hallie is going to cook. Says he's on the other side here. Star Child is worried about the Bucks defense, but leans Bucks first half. I need money, says Hallie, over 12.5 assists once again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Avery likes the Bucks first half minus 3.5. Says double revenge. Hallie tried to troll Dame time. You will have a focused Bucks team from start to finish. Can't get their full game. Might get relaxed at the end. I think I don't think they get relaxed. I think they want to send a message in this one. Dante says Bucks fight up the scoreboard. I would agree with that. Saturated says Hallie's been held in check the last 2 games. You can see him and Dame dueling tonight. Dame might show up offensively, but he ain't going to stop Hallie. Hallie over 40.5 PRA for our guy Saturated. Peter likes the Bucks. Says it's Dame time tonight. Rapid Fire says Matherin over 14.5. Says he's been balling. I think that's a solid look there. UCAP reminding us that the Bucks have covered 0 games in the division so far this year. DB agrees with Saturated that Hallie will continue to have his way, not trusting that Bucks backcourt to play any kind of defense. Joe says Bucks team under or under 256, asking me. I wouldn't be taking the Bucks team total under. I don't think the Pacers are worthy of trusting them to win this game playing defense. If I like the under, I think it's because the Bucks work something out to play defense, even though I don't trust them either. So I don't like the under. I don't. Boofer likes the first quarter for Milwaukee. Munaf says, don't overthink it. Take Dame on his points. Chef Jeff says Dame and Beasley going to be raining threes tonight. All right. I think that's enough on that one. We have, 2 more games? Try to get through these because I'm starting to feel like crap. 5-15, 5-16. New York and Utah opened up New York -5 and still see 5.5. Total open 228.5. Still sitting right there. Injury report. Mitchell Robinson out. Quickly is game time decision. Kessler, probable. Larry Markkinen, probable. They'll be without John Collins and Jordan Clarkson. So for me in this one, I just don't have I feel like the Knicks don't even have confidence in themselves. After they got blown out in the in-season tournament, they know that they have to make a move to be competitive, playoff-wise, etc. And I just don't like anything I'm seeing from them. Second worst defensive rated team when they're supposed to thrive on their defense. I want nothing to do with that for this Knicks team. Utah, they've been the better defense. They've been a better rebounding. And they'll continue to be the better rebounding team if without Mitchell Robinson out there. So I want to get there with Utah. Or at least I lean towards Utah in this game. I mean, Knicks 3-6 ATS last night. I don't have a lot of confidence in what they're doing right now. If you like the Knicks, I think they'll score. Utah's offense is dead last 5 games, but they do get a boost with marketing coming back, and it's gone over the last 5 games for the Knicks. So lean over, lean Jazz. Only ways that I'm looking to play this one here. Let's take a look at the chat. Dwight says Utah usually plays well at home, but no marketing. R. Clarkson likes the Knicks. Marketing is probable tonight, so most likely get him. Ned says he's not betting it, but he leans under in this one. David likes the Jazz at home. What up, top set? Hope all is well with you. LJ, what up, my boy? Says Brunson over 6.5 assists. Utah has allowed point guards to average 8 assists the last 5 games. Definitely think Brunson can get there. Mino says Jazz 8-3 ATS, 7-4 to the over at home. Saturated likes Keontae George over 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's definitely gonna be the guy, getting everybody involved. His assists, I think, absolutely worth a look. Fresh as Kessler is such a factor, especially when you're missing Mitchell Robinson. I think he can own the boards tonight. So lean Jazz. I will add it here on my short list. Absolutely. Jazz plus what, 5.5? Is that what I see here? Yeah, 5.5. All right. Last game up. It is the Nets and the Suns. This game opened up Suns -2. See 2 or 2.5 out there. Total open 227. And we're looking at 227. We're still right now. Injury report: Ben Simmons out, Dennis Smith Jr. out, Lonnie Walker out. For the Suns, KD is game time decision. Nasir Little as well. So is Josh Okogie and Grayson Allen. But Grayson Allen is more like doubtful. Damian Lee out for his Phoenix team. Phoenix on a back-to-back here, but KD did not play last night. I wanted to lean towards the Nets. I just feel like they've been playing better basketball than the Suns lately. And but in this game with the point spread, you're pretty much asking them to win. So I don't know. It makes me feel a little bit nervous. I know Nets have been really good ATS. They're only, a little bit above 50% straight up. Makes me nervous. But the one guy we can count on, I think it's Mikal Bridges. I mean, same could be said for Cam Johnson, but I really like how Bridges has been playing lately. And it's the two. Why you trade me, boys? Bridges and Cam Johnson. So Bridges PRA probably would be my look that I would go to 33.5. I could absolutely see that here tonight, and I think that's probably my preferred way to bet the game. 33.5 PRA. Let's take a look at the chat. Call Me DB likes the Nets as his pick of the day. Corey Cook likes Dinwiddie over 10.5 rebounds plus assists. Saturated is looking at Bridges over 7.5 first quarter points. I like that. Sharon looking at Bridges as well. Coin letting us know that Brooklyn is the best ATS team in the league. Bryce Miller looking at Cam Johnson to hit some threes tonight. Say, why you trade me? Don't forget about me. Why you trade me too? I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. UCapper says Suns 81 to the over as home faves. Nets 12-1 to their team total over when the total is 230 or less. Looking for some scoring in this matchup here. Munaf dropping his best bets. Suns Nets over 227 and Bridges over 24.5 points. Avery Smith, Suns -2. Says got the best scorers on the court. Going to be an emotional game for Bridges and Johnson. Also, take a look at the Nets. They beat up on bad teams when they step up in class. They get destroyed. Interesting, Avery. Good luck on that one. Saturated likes Nurkic on a double-double. Dream, he's coming with Cam Johnson over 2.5 threes. think it's saying it hit 4 of the last 5. No, oh no, wait, let me see. 4 of the last 5 Suns bottom 10 in points allowed to power forward. My bad. That's what it says there. So he's like in Cam a little bit more than Macau tonight. Peter thinking just the points for Bridges. Flash likes that over, and the realist likes the Nets money line. Do I like Bridges points or PRA? That is the question for me in this one. I feel like he averages 10 rebounds plus assists. If you ask him to get 25 points, I mean, he gets his average, that's 35 points, rebounds, and assists. I feel like they're putting his points up a little bit for tonight because they know he's coming back home. Like he averages, I think, 23 or something like that. So I kind of feel like I should include the rebounds plus assists. I guess I got to think about that a little bit here. But we got through every game for today, and here goes Dream with his thought. It says PRA. I think Nurk gonna pull Claxton away from the basket. Easy rebounds for him and or Cam. All right, and that's the way I was leaning as well too. I think it's PRA even hit 4 of the last 6 games, a couple games with the points alone. All righty. So Volbex likes Nurkic over 1.5 turnovers. It's about that time. We move over to best bets. We got through all these games for today. And you guys in the chat, let me know what your best bet is for today. I will write them down and we'll see how we do when we come back tomorrow. A lot of great insight in the chat, a lot of smart people. So a lot of good betters. Let's take advantage of us all being together. For my best bet, it's between 2 plays. And I don't like to give the same best bet on multiple platforms. But it's between the "Oh you think shit sweet" play of the day or "Why you trade me" play of the day. It's one of the two. It's one of the two. And y'all know what they both are. So with that said, I'm gonna put Bridges in. Bridges 33.5 PRA will be the best bet for this show. I'm also on that. You think shit sweet with Dame Lillard. So you guys know what I'm betting. Told you it's the best bet for the show. All my guys dropping best bets in the chat. Let's take a look at a couple of them. Realist likes Spurs on the money line. Jay Profit likes Hawks money line. Justin likes Rozier over 33.5 PRA. DB likes the Nets +2. Corey is sprinkling on Detroit. Is that a best bet? If it's a sprinkle, I don't know. I don't know if we count that one. Brian H likes the Spurs first half. Houston full game. Double best bet for Avery once again. He cashed both yesterday. Bucks first half -3.5 and Suns -2. Good luck on that. Mels with a bounce back today likes the Kings in regulation -105. Appreciate that. Net, Mr. Contrarian likes the Grizzlies +7. Dream Sharon McCollum over 1.5 steals plus blocks. Also likes, oh, she's combining it with Philly money line for -128. The CJ has went over 8 of 11 this year and the last 5 games. Rayhan is putting together a money line parlay here, I believe. -158 Philly and Houston money line, both NBA. LJ, best bet Ingram over 5.5 assists. Sharon also going with Bridges for the play of the day at 26.5, I believe, on his points. Let me just make sure I got this bet in while I'm telling you I got it. Bet, yeah, 33.5. Boom. Realist TV also likes that. Memphis +7. Dan thinks the Bucks smash tonight. Pels Wiz go over. Best bet from Joe is Bill over 15 plus points. Appreciate that. David Martin with the Rockets and the Jazz for tonight. Dante, this is the highest team total I think I've ever seen. Bucks over 131.5. Saturated's best bet is Trey double and Bridges over first quarter points. Shaquan with his "if it ain't broke, don't fix it" play, fading the Spurs. And he also says angry Giannis get 35.5 with the 40 plus ladder. Good stuff there. A lot of best bets. I'm gonna continue. Peter with the Bucks minus 6.5. Robert Franklin likes Beasley over 2.5 threes. Markel's passing today. Let's see. Unfinished Love likes Dame over 5 threes. I think you get a plus price for that one, right? You have to. Anwar likes Houston minus 6.5. Star Child with the Wizards. Star Child, another one of those contrarian betters. Manny's best bet is going to be the Pels team total over. And Coin likes the Raptors game over. Top set. This is the play I was thinking about all day. He likes the Hornets +8 as his best bet of the day, and that is on my short list. So shout out to you guys. Appreciate all y'all tapping in with me. Like I always say, show is absolutely nothing without the chat. If you guys could hit the like button for me, it does help me out quite a bit. And man, made it through the show, thick and all. But best of luck if you tell. Good luck on all of your action. We'll be back again tomorrow with Mr. Ravino, and I will catch you guys then. Peace.